Hey, this is Black Collar Cartel. I'm your host, Dr. Reich. Glad to be here with you. So today's little lesson is on notice. All right, and so there's a couple different types of notice that we're concerned about. First off, we have a fundamental right as part of our substantive right to justice. Justice its freaking self. We have a right to due notice. And that means the courts have to give us, if we're being sued, they have to tell us what we're being sued for, and we have to have a meaningful time to prepare for its defense. So they can't ambush us. They can't do all this crap that they let through. You know, we have to know what the charges are. We have to know what the complaint is. We have to know what their facts are in advance of a hearing. And there has to be a hearing. And if they're going to take something from us, like our property or our kids or our income or our sanity, whatever the hell it's going to be, they have to do that and give us notice, and they have to do like a pre-deprivation hearing. So unless there's some exigent circumstance, meaning a grave and immediate threat, a clear and present danger, you know, you're holding a gun to somebody's head, okay, they can intervene. That's an emergency. You know, somebody's dying on the floor and it's your fault. Okay, they can intervene. That's an emergency. But, you know, without that kind of exigent circumstance, immediate, urgent, physical life or death concern, they can't just come in and take shit from you. It doesn't work that way. You have constitutional rights. You have God-given rights. They're protected in the Constitution. And these guys know what they're doing. So one aspect of this is due notice, so that you are aware of your charges, you have a time to respond to them, and they can't deprive you of your rights, your liberties, your property, your religious freedoms, your speech, nor anything else without some kind of hearing on the matter. And they have to show a compelling state interest. Not just like, oh, it's what we want to do. No, it's got to be a compelling interest. Why does the state need to do this? Why is it so freaking important that you take this property? Why is it so freaking important that you take my kids? Now, they break this rule, and they do it routinely. And one of the things that it's our responsibility to do is give them a different type of notice. So the first is kind of due notice, D-U-E, due notice, as part of due process. Part of due process is they have to give us due notice, but what we have to do is give them notice and demand and cease and desist, so that, you know, we can, it's kind of like sexual harassment, all right? If you go up to a girl and you say whatever it is you say, and that very first interaction, assuming that you're not totally out of line, and you're up there kind of as a gentleman approaching a girl, and you express interest, you know, that's not sexual harassment. You know, if you're saying horrible things, okay, that crosses the line. But, you know, hey, I think you're really pretty and I'd be interested in taking you on a date, something like that, where it's a respectable exchange, that's not sexual harassment. And it, you know, honestly, it isn't sexual harassment until the girl says something like, this makes me feel uncomfortable and I want it to stop. Because now you've given notice that your advance is no longer welcome. Now that becomes something like the actual sexual harassment. And we can feel some snow coming down, a little hail or something. So the same thing is true when you're in court, or when you're dealing with court matters, because these judges are crooked as can be, and nobody's holding them accountable, so we have to learn to do it. And one of the first things that we have to do is give them notice of what they've done to us. And we have to say, hey, look, when you held this hearing, or more importantly, when you didn't hold the hearing, and you just took my property, or you just took my kids, or you just took my income, that's not right. You didn't give me due notice. That's a due process violation. So you have to tell them what they're doing wrong, and then you can give them time to cure. Hey, you have 10 days, 14 days, 30 days to fix this. You're breaking the law. And the reason why we give them that is because if they continue doing it, it's willful. They are willfully breaking the law. It could have been an error. I mean, it wasn't, because these guys are judges and they know what the fuck they're doing, and it's wrong. They're wrongdoers. They are wicked people. They're exploiting men and family law, and it's evil. But we give them the benefit of the doubt, in part because we want to lock in the fact that we know that they're doing it on purpose. It's willful. So we say, hey, it sure looks like you're violating my rights. You have 30 days to cure this. Fix it. You have harmed me. This is irreparable harm. You are depriving me of rights. And by the way, that's a crime. 18 USC 242, deprivation of rights. And because it's part of a larger scheme of what they're doing, where they're intentionally doing it as a way to start your trial, they deprive you of these rights. They're waging war on the Constitution. That's treason. That's sedition. That's bad. That's bad. So, we got to tell them, because there's a chance they'll stop, which is our favorite outcome, and then we'll have to get remedy elsewhere for the harm they caused. But the first thing we just want to have happen is that they stop harming us. So, when they do something illegal and unlawful, you got to write them. And you say, hey, Judge so-and-so, it appears in your order that you have done this unconstitutional thing. This unconstitutional thing is a violation of my rights. So I have a notice and demand. My notice is that you have done something wrong, and I demand that you fix it and you cure the error. And I have a cease and desist. One is, hey, I need you to do this good thing, and by the way, stop doing the bad thing. You know, you don't have the right to do this. You are depriving me of my rights. You are causing me harm. And here's a brief period to cure. And after that, this is willful. And this is illegal and unlawful. And I'm coming after you. We're going to do criminal complaints. We're going to do bar grievances. We're going to do judicial reviews. We're coming after your freaking bar card. We're going to get you kicked off the bench. We're going to make you no longer a judge. That's the goal. If you want to break the law, you know, you consented. And I'm coming with divine authority. Luke 10:19. I get to trample my snakes, my scorpions. So if you want to come at me like some fucking viper, go ahead. Here's my notice. And it's going to come and bite you. And this is what we all got to learn to do. We all got to learn to fight them. And when we fight, you know, we start by saying, here's notice. This is your notice. You have done something wrong. I demand that you act properly. You have done something wrong. Stop doing it immediately. Fix your stupid order, or find yourself on the wrong end of criminal complaints, of treason. This is literal treason. What, you want to deprive me of my rights? You want to fight the Constitution? The Constitution says, I have God-given rights. You sure that's what you want to mess with? Oh, I'm getting all foggy here. Anyways, that's what I got for today, guys. That's your due notice. So those are the two types of notice. And when you're in court, and when you're dealing with family laws, you make sure to go give them all kinds of hell when they violate your rights and disrupt your life without cause. They didn't have, you know, you got rights. They can't just do whatever the hell they want. They think they can. But the Constitution, both federal and state, circumscribe what the judges can do. And you got to let them know. That's what I got. Go kick ass out there. Good luck, guys.